Roma Army, you barely scratched the surface. You're nowhere near finishing a quarter of the drama. The pointless, needless, unnecessary drama that should have never happened to begin with. Between Ryan Upchurch and Johnny Goobel. Yes, there were false allegations made against Johnny Goobel, but he wasn't the only person who had to deal with those false allegations. Like I said, you barely scratched the surface. You're nowhere near finishing a quarter of the pointless, unnecessary, needless drama that's been going on for a year. You mean to tell me that you did 6 hours of research of this bullshit drama, a cesspool of stupidity, where grown-ass adults can't come together to stop the bullshit from continuing? You mean to tell me you crammed all of that information? You got all the screenshots of what was said in the comment section of the videos and the chats, so on and so forth, in years' time that this drama's been going on. Do you know how the drama started? Well, apparently Johnny Goobel was, he obviously had a problem with Ryan Upchurch. Now, whatever reason, I don't know. Still don't know to this day. But the fact remains that it wasn't just Johnny Goobel's side acting like fools. It was everybody else too, both sides. Now, what gets me is that, you got involved in this stuff, in this bullshit drama. One minute you said that both sides are in the wrong. The next minute you say one side is in the wrong while the other side, you had this attitude that one side is in the right, the other side is in the wrong. And then you just flip-flopped again and you said both sides are in the wrong. You blamed both sides. I don't understand that. I really don't. What you're dealing with here is your basic run-of-the-mill, whatever, redneck drama. Something like a small town kind of drama going on. But on the internet. Tell me something. Did anyone tell you that there were false allegations made on other people? Did anyone, especially Cammie, aka Miss Hysteria, tell you that people have been threatened, harassed, bullied, doxxed, have been lied on, slandered? People have been receiving phone calls on their personal cell phones, home phones. People have been trying to get other people fired by calling their workplaces, so on and so forth. Did anyone tell you about that? No? Yeah. Something tells me that Miss Hysteria didn't tell you that she ran with the false allegations against Johnny Goobel until the last minute, or the minute before, when it's too late. Did she tell you who started the false allegations against Johnny Goobel? It was Genesis Boyer. The same person who faked her own death. Yeah. People have resorted to that. I wouldn't say people, but some people did. Well, a few. And quite honestly, just being 100% honest, Roma, I don't trust you. You see, I have a strong disdain against anybody who claims that I'm fighting for my God-given Second Amendment rights. I'm fighting for my God-given rights. Or people who claim that they're fighting for animal rights, human rights, men's rights, women's rights. You see, the feminists, men going their own way, men's rights activists, you see, they're no better. They're no different than the liberals, the faketriots, the blue lives murder, the black lives murder crowds, cliques, groups, whatever you want to call them, social justice warrior movements. They're no different. You're being played by the system. I've been hearing it a lot lately. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And guess what? The game is playing you. Just like everybody else. People who go around and protest against racism, protest against the unfair treatment against women, the unfair treatment against African Americans, the unfair treatment against cops, the police. Oh, boo-hoo. Guess what? The world doesn't revolve around your problems. And it's about time that somebody tell you that. Whether you're a man, woman, you're a cop, or you're some dude who's so sick and tired of police brutality and racism and all that kind of stuff. You're so sick and tired of the tyrannical government. What the fuck are you doing? See, Roma, people like you, the faketriots, the liberals, the fake-ass, woke-ass liberals, all these people from the right and the left, the far right and far left, whatever. Then you got the men's rights activists, such as yourself. Then you got the feminists. You got the men going their own way, claiming that they're fighting for something or someone or a bunch of people for their rights and all that, to end child support, the unfair treatment against men, to pay for alimony, child support, you name it. Because they're the ones paying all the money for child support and alimony. You're not fighting for shit. And I hope you, zombie farmer, that you're watching this, because I'm calling your ass out too. You're not fighting for shit. When it comes down to it, you're not fighting. So stop misusing the word fighting. Either some of you need to go back to school for free this time around, or pick up a dictionary and look up the word fighting in the dictionary. Just pick up a dictionary. You realize that you use violence, that's how you fight. I am so sick and tired of all these social justice warriors from Blue Lives Murder and Black Lives Murder. All these faketriots, all these freedom fighters who claim to be something that they're not, even the woke-ass liberals. They claim that they're fighting for equality. And gotta say this, feminazis, all of you say that you're all for gender equality. Well, by definition, by default, you're an egalitarian, not a feminist. And like I said, some people need to go back to school for free. I have a strong disdain against people like you, Roma Army. What you don't know is what you don't know. You don't know what was said behind the scenes on IG, on private phone calls, private text messages, all that kind of stuff. You don't know jack shit. But I want to know why you flip-flop between, oh, you blame both sides. Next minute, you're all for one side, but you're against the other side. Then you flip-flop again, and you said both sides are in the wrong. I want to know that. Speaking of which, Miss Hysteria, Cammy, I got a question for you. You see, this question's been in the back of my mind for at least 2 or 3 months. Why did you involve yourself into the right? Just inserted yourself into the Ryan Upchurch and Johnny Goble drama so late? I'd say about May. Why did you? You see, there's people saying that you're doing some kind of scheme. You're plotting something. You were clout chasing. I mean, it's abundantly clear that you're clout chasing. You were clout chasing with Patty and Ryan Upchurch. I mean, you're sitting pretty as a moderator for Roma Army's channel. But some people say that you were scamming, you were doing some kind of scheme, you were plotting, you were clout chasing. I think it's more than all those things. I think it's more than that. And since when did you become a gung-ho men's rights activist? Since when? And did you not, actually you did you talk shit about Square? Then the next minute, you had this mindset, oh, what these people are doing to Square is not right. Huh. But moving on, Zombie Farmer. For those of you who don't know, Zombie Farmer is one of those fear-mongering preppers who prep for the end of days, the apocalypse, Mad Max type of apocalypse kind of thing. He goes around on YouTube, claims that he's fighting for his property, when in reality and actuality, he paid for the bills. He paid for his land, the property tax. That's all he did. That's all you did, Zombie Fairy. Yeah, Zombie Fairy. You're a cop who extorts every dollar from the people. You extort every dollar that people make. And the amazing thing is, people like Zombie Farmer, or should I say Zombie Fairy, they complain about the criminals using extortion against the people. But yet, those same people who complain about extortion, the criminals using extortion against the people, they say nothing about the government using the same bullshit against we, the people. Just boggles my mind. What exactly are you preparing for, Zombie Farmer? Because you're still going around saying that you think that there's a civil war brewing and all that kind of stuff. You think something bad is about to happen. You know, you can cry wolf. Yeah, that's right, you can cry wolf all you want. But I don't believe you. I see right through you. Speaking of which, death before dishonor, or should I say, dishonor before death faketriot, otherwise known as DrunkB4Noon, or should I say drunk before penis treatment, purple teeth, because you drink all that wine. Yeah. I heard what you said about me. You say I go with the flow, that I'm a flip-flopper. You would know all about that, wouldn't you? Because you're a flip-flopper yourself. That's right, you're a flip-flopper. You go with the flow. You go wherever the wind takes you. You just ride off into the sunset. You go on, you just get on video and you say, come down here to Bolton, Texas. You act like a wannabe tough guy, but in reality, I see right through you too. And you say, I'm weak. Well, let's test that theory out to see if I am weak or not. And the simple fact that you didn't answer a simple question. Somebody asked you on King of the Kill's live stream, oh, don't worry, King of the Kill, you're next. But you couldn't answer a simple question. Somebody asked you what the military alphabet is. I know a little bit of it. A for Alpha, B Bravo, Charlie, D Delta. I never served in the military. But you know what? Dishonor before death, faketriot, penis breath, or should I say drunk before penis treatment? I'm starting to wonder if you actually did serve in the military or not. I'm actually leaning towards the fact that you didn't. You never served in the military. How does it feel when somebody makes up a bunch of lies about you? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And these people, I want to say this too. People who make up lies about other YouTubers on YouTube, don't be too surprised when somebody snaps back and makes up a bunch of lies about you in return. And then, of course, some of you fall into obscurity and all that. You get pissed off and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. What goes around comes around, or what comes around goes around. King of the Kill. I saw a little me's live stream where you were called out. Now, apparently, King of the Kill had a bunch of other alternate accounts on YouTube called Ramen and Dresden Bobby Goebel. Why did he have those alternate accounts? Who knows the full reason? But he said he has no excuse. He has no reason to. I call bullshit. There's obviously a reason why you, King of the Kill, that you had so many alternate accounts. Nah. I'm not buying what you're selling. There's a reason. You had an ulterior motive. And since you were called out, you fell into obscurity. And then I was listening. Apparently, you were using those alternate accounts to start arguments with yourself. I guess it's true what a certain individual said, that mental illness is running rampant on YouTube. And then, of course, also heard that you were using those alternate accounts to start bullshit with other people within the communities. Look, I've said it before. Multiple communities involved are toxic as fuck. Have I lost a part of myself because I inserted myself in this drama a year ago? Yeah, I have. Moving on. Square. You doxed yourself. You were the one that put your full name on one of your YouTube accounts, your old YouTube account. You put your first, last, middle name as a username on your YouTube account. And when people tag your name, that's not doxing you. Now, when somebody doxes you by posting your phone number, cell phone number, house number, and all that, now that's doxing. Or posting your address and all that kind of stuff, your social security number, so on and so forth, your date of birth, now that's doxing you. You doxed yourself. Something else. There's a bunch of other things I want to talk about. Because apparently, it seems like a bunch of all these people, it's like they never went back to work after they were given the okay to go back to work because of the COVID-19. Cough lockdowns. Instead of going back to work like they were supposed to, or finding a new job, instead they became lazy, submissive, no good, nothing happening, jackass idiots who became dependent on the U.S. government to give them free money, free handouts via stimulus checks. And in the process, they want to cause mayhem and drama, pointless, needless, unnecessary drama on YouTube. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe because they want to act like think that they're better than everybody else, or because they really, in reality, in actuality, they hate themselves. Yeah. And then, of course, you got a bunch of fake people calling other people fake. And then you got a bunch of other people saying, oh, you're a flip-flopper. And let me tell you something, people. If a foreign military invaded this country in 10 years' time, in a decade, I guarantee you when the going gets tough, just to save your own sorry asses, your lives, you would flip-flop over to the invader's side when they're winning the invasion, the war, just to save your own skin. Save your own sorry asses when the going gets tough. Yeah. Everybody says that they're a patriot until it's time to do patriot shit. And all these people talking about the impending civil war. Do you really have the balls to fight your own countrymen, women? Be careful what the fuck you wish for. But all these people worrying about flip-floppers because of pointless drama on the internet, while there's other issues, real issues, more important problems to be addressed and fixed, to come up with a solution to solve these problems or problem. You're more concerned about flip-floppers based on pointless drama. It's really sad that grown-ass adults can't come together to work out their differences, to come to some kind of accord, and just say, let's just end the bullshit. Really. Then you got all these people saying, oh, this person is a clout chaser. There's people saying I don't have any content. Well, look on my channel. I have more content than some of you do. Yeah. GoPro content. Gaming content. If I want to react to some death metal or deathcore band or one of Ryan Upchurch's songs, I'm going to react to it. But it's not my own content. Oh, don't worry. I'll be coming out with my own content here pretty soon. Or later. And I gotta say this, too. I've also noticed in these YouTube communities, they tend to go after one person. And they just come in waves like 15, 30, 45... 60, 75 people. It goes after one person or a few people. How's that fair? So you mean to tell me that you're going to have your friends fight your battles for you in numbers instead of fighting your battles by yourself? That's how I know some of you are phony and fake. I personally want to see who's the phony tough and the crazy brave. And I know some people didn't like what I have to say about the cops on September 11th of this year. Well, guess what? I really don't care what the cops do on a daily basis. Now, what they do with their so-called quote and unquote power and authority, now that's something that interests me. What the politicians, what the military does overseas or here in the U.S., that's something that also interests me. What, are you pissed off about the fact that 343 firefighters died on 9/11 and they were carrying more weight, compared to the cops. How many cops died on 9/11? What, 70 to 100? You know, I've never seen so many people who think that they're not cop callers, but they complain about other people being cop callers. I'm pretty sure some of you, most of you, have called the cops once or twice in your lives, in your lifetimes. A bunch of cop bootlicking bitches. A bunch of submissive cop bootlicking bitches. How does that boot taste? And all these people say, swear up and down, I'm pro 2A, but I back the blue. While they wave around their don't tread on me flags. And they wear the thin blue line Punisher shirts, hats, whatever. One minute you're advertising to the whole country that you're against big government, yet you support a government entity, police departments, sheriff's offices, sheriff departments, whatever, what have you, depending on your jurisdiction. That's some confusing shit. Nobody says, everybody has something to say about the criminals using extortion, but they say nothing about the government using extortion on you, on we the people, or should I say we the slaves, because basically, well, everybody does what they're told by the authority. Where's y'all's sense of individualism? I guess it's true that patriotism is the virtue of the vicious. Yeah. Oh well. I had fun calling a bunch of people out. Take it for whatever you want. And by the way, I don't want anybody to give me a paragraph comment on the comment sections, whatever, and say, why did you unsubscribe from me? Because I don't want to deal with y'all's bullshit anymore. Honestly. Because I've had people question my integrity. Question me if I side with them or this side, blah, 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 blah. I'm so sick and tired of it. I tell you what everybody needs to do. Everybody needs to come together, come to some accord, and realize all of this is just bullshit. It needs to stop. That's it. End of story. Yeah. So yeah, take it however way you want it to.